Elon Musk, the man who's redefining transportation on Earth, reaching for the stars with SpaceX, and now even transforming the way we interact with technology. He's a genius, but here's the real mystery. How does he do it all with the same 24 hours we all have? What if his secret isn't just intelligence, but his productivity system? Musk's approach to getting things done is so legendary that I had to try it for myself. I spent an entire week following his productivity plan, time blocking every minute, prioritizing like a laser, and pushing myself to extremes. Spoiler alert, it wasn't easy. I'll share what worked, what didn't, and whether the system can help you crush your goals too. So, buckle up, because this ride gets intense. And hey, before we start, how many of you feel like there's never enough time in the day? Let's fix that. Point 1. The time blocking method. The first rule of Musk's productivity system is time blocking. This isn't your average to-do list. Every minute of your day is planned in advance, from morning routines to work tasks, even breaks. Here's how I started. I broke my day into 5 to 10 minute intervals, just like Musk does. At first, I felt like I was micromanaging myself. Do I really need to schedule when I'll check emails? But as the day went on, something clicked. Time blocking forced me to confront how much time I waste. Think about it. How many hours do you lose to mindless scrolling, unplanned meetings, or indecision about what to do next? On day 1, I realized I'd been operating on autopilot for years. By the end of the day, I'd completed more tasks than usual, but it wasn't perfect. The rigidity of time blocking started to clash with life's unpredictability. What happens when an urgent task pops up or someone needs your attention? That's when Musk's next principle saved the day. Point 2. Ruthless prioritization. Musk's second rule is ruthless prioritization. He focuses only on tasks that truly matter, things that directly impact his goals. Everything else, it's either delegated or ignored. To follow this rule, I started every morning by asking myself, what are the 3 most important things I need to accomplish today? This exercise was eye-opening. It forced me to stop juggling low-priority tasks and focus on what really moved the needle. Let me tell you, it's not as easy as it sounds. Our culture glorifies being busy, but busy doesn't always mean productive. Cutting out unnecessary tasks felt like breaking a bad habit. For instance, I had to say no to a meeting that honestly could have just been an email. By midweek, this mindset started to feel liberating. I wasn't a slave to my to-do list anymore. I was in control of it. But it also came with its challenges. Saying no made me realize how often I overcommit just to please others. The fewer things you focus on, the better you perform. But what happens when speed becomes the priority? Point 3. The 5-minute rule. Here's where things got intense. The 5-minute rule. Musk believes tasks and meetings should be as quick as possible. If something takes less than 5 minutes, get it done immediately. This rule completely flipped my workflow. Instead of putting off small tasks like responding to an email or sending a quick update, I handled them on the spot. I also applied this to meetings. No more hour-long discussions that went nowhere. I started saying, what's the goal here? Let's make this quick. The result? Meetings that used to drag on for 30 minutes were done in 5. I think my coworkers loved and hated me for it. But let me warn you, this level of urgency is exhausting. By the end of day 4, I felt like I'd been running a marathon. Can you sustain this pace long term? That's debatable, but the efficiency? Unmatched. The next rule helped me decide which tasks were even worth tackling. Point 4. The 80-20 rule. Enter the 80-20 rule, or Pareto principle. It's simple. 80% of your results come from just 20% of your efforts. I spent day 5 analyzing my tasks and figuring out which ones truly made an impact. This meant cutting out anything that wasn't delivering real value. For example, instead of perfecting every detail in a presentation, I focused on one slide that conveyed the key message. This approach was a game changer. I realized how often I'd been stuck in a cycle of doing busy work that didn't really matter. It's like trimming a tree. You focus on the branches that shape its growth and ignore the rest. The hardest part? Letting go of perfectionism. For years, I'd been conditioned to believe that everything had to be 100% perfect. But Musk's method taught me to focus on efficiency, not perfection. But after all this effort, did it really pay off? Let's look at the results. Point 5. The power of reflection. One crucial aspect of Elon Musk's productivity system is reflection. After each day, Musk takes time to review his progress. He asks himself questions like, what did I accomplish today? What could I have done better? Reflecting allows you to pinpoint areas for improvement and reinforce the habits that are driving your success. I decided to add a reflection period at the end of my day, and it had a massive impact. It made me aware of how I was spending my time and how I could improve the following day. But here's the catch. Reflection isn't just about looking back, it's about looking forward. It's about setting yourself up for the next big move. So, the question is, how often do you reflect on your day? Or are you just rushing to check off your to-do list without ever stopping to think about the bigger picture? Point 6. The importance of rest and recovery. One of the biggest surprises in Musk's productivity system was the role of rest and recovery. For someone who's constantly working on multiple groundbreaking projects, you'd think he'd be pushing himself 24/7, but that's not the case. Musk emphasizes the importance of quality rest to maintain long-term performance. I initially thought I could push through and work non-stop, but by day 6, I hit a wall. That's when I realized Musk's approach wasn't about working harder, but about working smarter, and that includes taking the time to recharge. So, I made sure to prioritize recovery, whether through sleep or taking mental breaks. And guess what? My productivity shot up. Rest isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. But how can we make sure we're getting the right balance? That's what I learned on day 7, and it completely changed my outlook on productivity. Point 7. The outcome. After a week of following Elon Musk's productivity system, here's what I learned. 1. Time blocking is a game changer for focus and eliminating wasted time. 2. Prioritization forces you to work smarter, not harder. 3. Speed drives action, but it's a balancing act. You need breaks too. 4. The 80-20 rule teaches you to focus on what truly matters. By the end of the week, I doubled my productivity. But here's the truth. This system is intense. It's perfect for short-term sprints or big projects, but it's not sustainable without adaptations. Success isn't about mimicking someone else's routine perfectly. It's about taking the principles that work for you and making them your own. That's the real key to unlocking your potential. If you're ready to take control of your time and maximize your productivity, try incorporating even one of these strategies into your life. And if you're looking to take things even further, check out my video on Focus Like a Pro. Boost your productivity and results. It's packed with actionable tips to help you achieve your goals and live the life you've always wanted. Click here to watch now.